to go tonight for the Braves, number 21, Connor Camphouse. And now for your Indian Hill Braves, starting tonight, number 1.
Welcome, folks, to Tomahawk Stadium. I'm Rob Young. Joining me tonight is Jeff Damadeo. He'll be here a little late. He's flying in from Long Island, the great legend of Long Island himself. Tonight, the Braves are taking on the Talawanda Braves. Indian Hill's in all white with their red helmets. Talawanda is in blue and red. This is the second round of the state playoffs. The Braves had a decisive win against Country Day the other night at 19-0. They pulled all their starters during the second quarter and rallied on to continue to put up lots of numbers. Starting tonight for the Braves at the face-off X is David Borden out in the near wing, is Graham Weiler, and his brothers in the far wing, Duke Weiler. So, folks, here we go. It's a beautiful night here at Tomahawk Stadium. We're hoping the rain holds off for about an hour and a half as these Braves go to win another game in the state playoffs of 2019. So this face-off win is going to go to Duke Weiler. Picks up the ground ball off the bobbled ground ball by Talawanda. He gets it down to X to Xander Johnson. Graham Weiler takes a shot. It's blocked by the goalie, picked up by Jack Wilson. So the Braves are going to set up their settled offense here, folks. For their first offense of the night, you've got Charlie DeGennaro dumping it to Fruland, who spins, shoots, and scores. Braves up 1-0 with 11:23 to go in the first quarter. So the matchup of this game has the Braves winning. The Braves are ranked 5th in the state in Division II. Talawanda is ranked 32nd. We are ranked 13th in the state overall. Talawanda is ranked 68th.
Get all the friends and family across the country to tune into YouTube, IHTN1, to view the game.
So David Borden at the X again, this time on the near side. It is Will Kleekamp, number 44, with the long stick. Borden flips the ball back to himself. He brings it up down the right wing, getting it to Sam Richardson. It's bobbled. The defender comes out on him as Richardson goes to get his offensive touch. And he quickly drives it down to the X mark with Xander Johnson, who passes it, shoots Fruland for another score. That'll be an assist to Xander Johnson to Fruland. Let's see if we can get a replay of that great lacrosse by the Braves. So the Braves in the first game of this playoff round averaged an 84% face-off save ratio. Talawanda's taking a quick time out here to get their defense to settle down a little bit and to figure out where they can attack this offensive set of the Braves. The Braves in the first quarter defensively only saw an offensive set on their defensive end of the field twice in the first game of the playoff series. In the entire first half, Cincinnati Country Day was only able to possess the ball 4 times, and as you know, with a 19, here comes that replay of that shot. You'll see Fruland with a great overhand shot right on the crease. So David Borden at the X. We got Will Kleekamp on the long pole side over here closest to the booth, and Duke Weiler on the far side. Borden gets another win at X, so he's perfect on the night. Quickly gets it to Richardson, who is going to get the offensive set by running it through X. Nope, he question mark rolls, shoots, Saved by the goalie. Fruland shoots. Saved by... Nope, that one gets squeaks. It's what we'd like to call a garbage goal. So Fruland already with a hat trick here with 10:56 to go in the first half. So less than a minute and a half has expired. Wyatt Fruland has now obtained, I think, the 90 mark on goals this year. Maybe it's 85. I'll have to check that here as soon as I get my internet up, folks. Again, this game is being broadcast by AHTN Sports Network. I'm Rob Young, bringing you live action from the historic Tomahawk Stadium. You'll notice the great construction traffic happening on the right-hand side of your screen as they come down. Borden with another face-off win. He's perfect on the night. Richardson tries to pass it, gets knocked down by number 20 for Talawanda. Jack Slevens. Johnson comes around, question marks, shoots, goal. Great dodge by Xander Johnson.
Great goal, scored by number 1, Xander Johnson, unassisted.
So the Braves are up a quick 4-0. 3 goals by Fruland, an assist by Xander Johnson, and now a goal by Xander Johnson. Here comes Xander Johnson's goal. You'll see him just quickly stop, turn, get the defender to commit, and he rolls right past him and shoots it right on the crease. Very tough shot for the goalie to start. So Borden going for his 5th face-off of the night already. You got Will Kleekamp on the close side, Duke Weiler on the far side. Borden kicks it out to himself again, and he wins it, gets it over to Weiler, who's going to bring it up into the offensive set. And that's going to be a turnover on the Braves. This has been a problem for the Braves all season. So now it's time to see how the Talawanda Braves offensive set does. Let's see how the Braves do on this clear attempt by Talawanda as we get a ride and we get some substitutions in here. Talawanda gets it into their offensive set. They're looking to get the touch in the box. Great pass, quickly picked up by Will Kleekamp. You got Josh Young on the far side. You've got Tyler Johnson on the near side in the low post, and Brian Lewis with the short stick. Shot, goal. So that'll be a goal. That's the first goal of the playoff series against the Braves here in 2 games. So the defense is going to talk about that a little bit. I know they are trying to put in some new defenses. They're working on a different matchup zone where you've got your long poles split between the top and the bottom. You'll see 2 on the far right side, 2 on the close side here. Borden going for his 6th face-off. And this time he gets called for a violation. So Talawanda will win that face-off. Braves are going to be on defense again. As we get some substitutions coming in here on the defensive set, you've also got Lewis, Johnson, Young on the close side. Johnson stops the guy. He tries to do an overhead touch, steps in the crease. It'll be Braves ball. You got Cooper Leschek in there as well as a short stick defender. He's going to bring it up for the clear as quickly he gets it up to Jack Wilson for us, who brings it back to X. So the Braves are going to set up their settled offense here. Quickly gets it. Sam Richard tries to do the quick stick. He misses it. And this is going to be another turnover on the Braves. You know, we've talked about this in the last game. One of the problem areas for the Braves has been on turnovers. They're averaging roughly 20 turnovers a game. You can't win lacrosse games very often against good teams if you turn the ball over that many times. Lacrosse is a possession game. Talawanda quickly into their defensive set, and Talawanda is going to turn it over. So the Braves get it. Charlie DeGennaro brings it up, fakes the pass, brings it into Xander Johnson, who gets it down to Sam Richardson, who misses the pass and quickly picks the ground ball up on his bobbled catch. Got Fruland behind cage against the long pole. He's going to look to bring it around. He's going to get doubled up quickly. Dumps that ball off. That's going to be another turnover on the Braves on a errant pass, but quickly knocked down by Brad Upham, and it'll stay on the Braves side of play. Johnson trying to shake his defender, comes around X. Shot backed up by Richardson. It'll be Braves ball. First shot by Fruland off cage. Richardson stumbles. Is backed up by Charlie DeGennaro, who picks up the ground ball. I think that turf monster's not real happy with the construction that's happening behind this end of the field. He must be coming in. Shot by DeGennaro off the mark. Knocked away by the goalie, goes out of bounds. Braves back it up by Xander Johnson, who will reset it for the Braves. And they'll bring it up here to Jack Wilson, who's got a shorty on him. He's going to take a stab at a quick dodge shot. Nice save by the goalie for Talawanda. That is number... And the Braves don't back it up. It'll be Talawanda's ball. That's as good as a turnover, folks. So the goalie does a great job of making a save. That's number 21 for Talawanda. That is Connor Camphouse. Ball's quickly knocked out by Young. Knocks the pass down. Talawanda retains possession. Ball handler is number 23. Gets it down to X. He's picked up by Lewis. This is going to be an errant pass. It's going to be Braves ball. Another turnover on Talawanda. The Braves defense doing a good job of holding them. In a defensive set, you want to keep your opponents from scoring more than 30% of the time that they're on that side of the field. The Braves have been averaging under 25% on the season, and in the playoffs they are perfect at 100%, allowing 0 scores until this game, so they're probably down at about 90% right now, holding the opponents to 10% scoring. Excuse me, folks. Pass, shot, goal. Another little, no, that was outside the cage, not a goal. Fruland off the mark. Talawanda quickly coming up the field. Young with a nice pickup ground ball, gets the ball down to Cooper, who gets it to Fruland off a bobble. There's a laser pass by Young to Cooper, a little behind him, but he is able to recover it. This ball's past Xander. It's touch. It's going to be Xander's ball, though, as the Braves are going to get this ball to settle down a little. So it's 4-1 with 5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Knockdown pass by Talawanda. Upham with the ground ball to Richardson, to Fruland, who now scores. So it's a 5-1 game, 4:57 left in the quarter, as the Braves lead this game with just under 5 minutes at 5-1. So tonight's game, again, hopefully we don't see any rain delays or thunder and lightning. There is storms called for in the area. But later this evening, this game should be well over before 9 o'clock, and we should be good. So the refs are talking to the face-off guys about technique and everything. David Borden's averaging in the playoffs about 78% right now. I think he's good. Flips it out front to himself again. He picks it up. He goes down. Errant pass gets it. There's going to be another turnover by the Braves. It's just sloppy play, folks. It's not being diligent about taking care of what we like to call the rock, otherwise known as a ball. That ball weighs about 2 pounds, folks. It's a rock solid ball. Young with a pickoff. And this is going to be Braves ball. So Young breaks up the pass. I'm not sure why they gave that to Talawanda. Going to give it to Talawanda. Ball's behind the cage. They look to feed it inside. Quick shot off the mark. It'll be backed up by Talawanda. So, folks, in lacrosse, those shots are fine as long as you have somebody behind the goal line extended, which is the 10-yard line on a football field. Henry Mayhew in the cage right now for the Braves. He wants his defense to get this ball out of here. And that ball's to the Braves. Another knockdown pass by Young. Cooper Leschek's going to bring this ball up for the Braves and quickly trying to get numbers. Quickly gets it to, and it's a 6-1 game with 3:55 left in the first quarter. So the Braves are quickly making up for some mistakes. But again, this is when you're playing in the playoffs, you have to take every game serious, and you have to look at ways to use this game as a way to improve. We're going to have a replay here for you on that. You'll see the pass come in from the left side to the right side. 1, 2, 3, and in the goal. So what you like to see your attackmen do is fake the goalie, get the goalie moving at least once, if not twice, and you're almost guaranteed the goal every time. Borden on the face-off again. This time Talawanda comes up with the loose ball. Quickly knocked down by Borden. He says, "You're not going to take this ball." He takes it down in the offensive side. He quickly gets smacked in the head. No flag. Richardson's going to pick it up. Got to like the tenacity of David Borden. They just called Richardson in the crease. That'll be a turnover on the Braves. So coming in on the defensive side, you got Weiler with the long stick. You've got Weiler with a short stick. Ball's loose. Braves are looking to get the ground ball, and they don't successfully get that. Nice save by Mayhew. Mayhew bells his defense off. Young had a great job, got a little out of position, wasn't able to pick the ground ball up. Great clear by Tyler Johnson. Shot, saved by the goalie. Shot, goal, Sam Richardson. 7-1 Braves. So that was a great save by Mayhew to back his defensive guys up. Their defense was working on a clear situation. Young did a great job of knocking down, bodying the guy, getting the ground ball, losing the ground ball. It was a fight for the ground ball. Unfortunately, it popped to our defensive side of the player who was on the other side of Young and was able to pick it up. But Henry bailed that defense off. Great job, Henry Mayhew. And I believe that is about his 100th and 10th save of the year. So you got Weiler, Kleekamp, Borden at the X. Borden wins it again. To Weiler. Weiler coming down. Quickly gets it to Richardson. Richardson feeds it into Johnson. Shot, score. We're now an 8-1 game with 2:31 left here in the first quarter. So the Braves back into a rhythm of score, score, score on the one bad defensive play by the Braves. Talawanda was able to notch just the first goal against the Braves in the playoffs. And we've got 2:31 left here in the first quarter. It is 8-1. Lights are on here at Tomahawk Stadium. The big earth-moving equipment has gone silent for the night, folks. If you haven't already bought your Braves Plaza memorial brick, get it. Be proud, be Braves all the time. Richardson That's Cooper Leschek picking up the ground ball. Another face-off win for Borden. And he's going to get that ball down to Richardson. And coming in for the Braves, you got DeGennaro, you got Garrett Anderson. So we're going to get some other middies getting some playing time. You got Ridge DeMolin, who's been nursing a shoulder injury all season. But when he's healthy, man, is he a bulldog with that ball in his stick. And he's got a rocket of a shot. Anderson, big, tall frame, dodges, pulls it back out, throws it to Ridge, who's going the wrong way, and that's going to be a turnover on the Braves. So a familiar story. Braves defense will have to stop this again if they want to keep their momentum going. So number 24 is bringing that ball in for the Braves. Knocked out of bounds. Great ride by Xander and Sam Richardson, who got Richardson bringing it up himself into the box. Mullins shot, goal. So it's a 9-1 game, 1:28 left here in the first quarter. So we did not see Talawanda. Talawanda is a fairly young program. They are coached, I believe, by, I'm going to have to check that at halftime for you folks on the roster. It doesn't say who the coach is. Obviously, we have a very seasoned coaching staff on the Braves side, a very seasoned lacrosse team. We had senior night the other night. The average senior had been playing this game for 10 years. Very few of them had not started to play this game in second grade. There was a couple, but there were kids that started in kindergarten. So kind of averaged it out, about 10-year average playing experience here on the field. Nice feed. Xander, it makes it a 10-1 game with 1:19 left. So I think we're going to probably see the same thing as the other night. You're going to see the Braves defense not challenged too many times. Enough, though, to find out how they need to work on that defense in practice tomorrow before next Monday. If they win tonight, and I like to say if, even though it's a 10-1 game, this is lacrosse. It is a game of runs, and the Braves have the ability to win this game big. So we got the face-off here. Borden with the face-off again, pops it out front to himself, knocks it back to Kleekamp, who fights off a couple Talawanda guys. Kleekamp, you got a big scrum man. Kleekamp comes up with the win, gets it down to Richardson, who quickly loses it. There's a lot of things that there is a turf monster in that field. I think if we go back and do a highlight reel, you're going to see Sam Richardson get bitten by that turf monster every single time at that 20, in between that 20 and what we call the 12-meter mark for the girls' game. So between the 20 and the 18-yard line, there's Xander Johnson, feeds it off the mark, gets it to Fruland, though. Fruland's shot score. It's an 11-1 game with 32 seconds left in the quarter. So the Braves, in the first quarter of the CCD game, we put up 10, and they put up 0. This quarter, we've put up 11. They've put up 1. The Braves are the number 2 seed team in the region. If we got a replay here for me, guys in the booth, let's take a look at it. So it's 30 seconds here. And here comes that replay. You're going to see Xander dump it. Actually, that's Richardson to Xander. That was the previous goal to take it to 10-1. Borden loses this one. It goes to Talawanda, but the Braves have been doing a great job of riding, covering the ball. Borden picks up the ground ball, gets it to Weiler. Weiler gets it to, I'm sorry, that was not Weiler. That was Fruland that gets it to Weiler that quickly throws it to Richardson. It's going to be another errant pass, another turnover for the Braves, even though the Braves are up 11-1. One of the things that Mr. Damadeo, known as Principal Damadeo, or the lacrosse legend from Long Island, Damadeo, talked about is the Braves have to work on that turnover issue. Against a Marymount, against a Summit, against a Turpin, who we will see the winner. Weiler with a shot, saved by the goalie. So the Braves are going to end this quarter at 11-1 here tonight. as they come out. You're probably going to see guys like, let's roll some replays for you in between the quarter here, folks. We'll see some great lacrosse on these replays. So this is Richardson coming in off a dodge shot score, shooting at the goalie's feet. That's the best way to score when you're an attackman, is to always be shooting at the goalie's feet. This goalie did a great job of, there's DeMullen's goal for the quarter. So I believe statistically, and I don't keep the stats up here, folks, it's too hard to announce and keep stats, but I believe right now you got Frulin with 4 goals, DeMullen with 1, Richardson with 2, Johnson with 2. And it looks like we are going to see some substitutions coming in here on defense for sure. You got Kenny Devine, who has been our regular, part of our regular starting lineup. They chose to start the senior Johnson tonight, but they have pulled Miller, Johnson off the field. And now you've got Young, Devine, and Kleekamp. It could be an attorney firm. Let's see if these guys bring the hammer, as we like to say. So it's Young, Devine, Kleekamp at long. You got Duke Weiler on the close side, folks. The Braves are going to be going to the left side of your screen on offense right now. Borden out at the X again, and you got the other senior Weiler, and it's going to be another illegal procedure on the Braves. I'm not so sure that these refs are calling it correctly, but that's okay. We're up 11-1. Time for the Braves to so the Braves are now in what they call wombat. Young presses out on the guy at X, forces him to make a bad pass. It's picked up by the midi, who's knocked down by Borden. Borden gets the ball to Weiler. Weiler brings it up the field. Weiler dodges past a long pole, gets it to number 3, who gets it to number 8. So we got a lot of new guys on the offensive side. That's another turnover on the Braves, but you don't have your primary. You got Kenny Devine with a picked off pass, gets it up to Weiler, who bobbles it, but the Braves are going to retain it here in the. Well, let's get that ball in our cross, boys. Weiler gets it to. So I'm going to have to look at a roster, folks. These are some young players at the Braves. That's Nick Adair, the young Nick Adair, who is a sophomore. To number 25, that I believe is Robbie Gutman. So I got to look between JV roster and varsity roster. Number 31 for the Braves is Cade Vollmer. And then Ridge DeMullen, who shoots. It's off the top of one of the and that's backed up by Robbie Gutman. So you got Gutman, who's a freshman. You've got Vollmer, who is a freshman. You got Adair at attack, who is a sophomore. Out to DeMullen, who is a sophomore. To Garrett Anderson, the senior guy out on the field. Number 13, who dodges, shoots, misses. And this ball is going to be backed up by Gutman. And then the other, number 34, is Brendan West, who's a freshman. So you got almost you got a freshman team with 1 sophomore and 1 junior on the offensive side of the ball. For the Braves on the defensive side, you've got 2 sophomores and a junior. So the Braves are playing young right now, as we like to say. DeMullen makes a dodge, shot, goal. That's 12-1. That's Ridge DeMullen's second goal of the day. He's shooting at about 66% tonight. Shots to goals. Folks, I'll make the apology that you have to listen to just me tonight until Mr. Damadeo gets here. He had a very, very critical parent versus team soccer match with his son today. He might have gotten beat up by his son. I've seen his son play. His son's pretty good. So here's the replay. DeMullen does a nice just bulldog dodge past the long stick. That so you got Borden that picks this win up. That'll be another face-off win for Borden. Borden was the backup face-off guy all season, backing it up for the record-setting Patrick Ferris, who will be playing at Burton University down in, or Burton College, I'm sorry, down in North Carolina. But when you look at our face-off guys, we are losing Patrick Ferris next year. Obviously, we're playing in this playoff without Patrick Ferris. He had another tear to his meniscus, had surgery last week, 2 weeks ago, I'm sorry, folks, and is going to sit some time out, probably won't be back for the playoffs. That's a great shot by Fruland from the outside right over the defender at the goalie's feet, and that makes it 13-1. So 8:50 left here in the half, folks. The Braves are up 13-1. Some other action around the league tonight in the region. We have Summit facing Turpin. That is the game that we will face. Then you have Bishop Fenwick playing Marymount, who will see the winner of the CHCA Wyoming game. So realistically, we're probably going to see Turpin next week because Summit has lost one of their best offensive players to a torn patella. And they have not had a great success since he's been out. And Turpin has got a great goalie, has got a great team, young team. Actually, 100% of their starters will be back next year. Great lacrosse by number 31 to Robbie Gutman. Again, this is an all-freshman team. You've got Cade Verratti. I'm getting corrected in the booth, which is always good, to Robbie Gutman for that. If we got a replay, that'd be a great one to show. And this is what we have to look forward to here at, you see that great pass down from number 31 to Robbie behind goal line. He jukes the defender and gets right past him and just puts that right over the top of the defenders and the goalie's stick. Kenny Devine's looking to knock this around for the Braves. This ball is going to be Kenny Devine's off the ground ball, off the face-off. So this face-off, if we get it past midfield, and you've got the youngest Weiler out on the field right now with the long stick, Cooper Weiler. So back down to Nick Adair to Gutman. To Vetterini. Vetterini dodges, dumps it. Gutman puts it right on the goalie's chest. Save by Talawanda. I love the pass. Love how they're feeding it inside. Love Vetterini's ride. This ball is going to be a little loose and wild. Young's going to come up and knock this ball across midfield. He's unable to pick up the ground ball, but the Braves control it. Quickly gets it to Gutman, who passes it. Young comes back. The other youngest Adair, Will Adair, number 50, is out on the field for the Braves. So another freshman. So right now out on the field, you've got sophomore Nick Adair, junior Garrett Anderson, and then a slew of freshmen. And here comes Will Adair, dumps it to his older brother, loses the pass, picked up by Talawanda. It'll be another turnover, but Talawanda quickly throws it away. Kenny Devine brings this ball up. Garrett Anderson, smart lacrosse, steps across the midfield. Kenny Devine is just body checked, loses it, but Nick Adair is tenacious, picks up the ground ball, takes a shot. It's off the goalie, picked up by the defender. And this time, Will Kleekamp's going to give it a run going up the field for the defense. Another turnover on Talawanda. That was a wall that Kenny Devine ran into that time. I don't think Kenny was expecting that. But anyways, great defensive effort by both Devine and Kleekamp. So you got Anderson on the far side, Willadair with the pink head. And number 34 up top here for the Braves is Vollmer. No, I'm sorry, that's Brandon West. West back to Anderson. I'll learn these names quickly, folks, so hopefully in the second half it's a little easier for me. You got Nick Adair, the sophomore, back at X, trying to get away from this long pole who's harassing him tenaciously. West with the ball, dumps it down to Will Adair, who bobbles the pass. It's on the ground. West is going to get this ground ball for the Braves. So, folks, in lacrosse, you may be wondering, if you watch the Braves, we've had a lot of games go to a running clock. That running clock does not start until halftime. There's a pass that's going to be off of Talawanda, but picked up by Gutman. Gutman to Adair. Adair spins, feeds it out to West. West to Anderson, looking to dodge. Anderson coming off a really bad knee injury from last year. He actually ended up having to have 2 surgeries. He had some scar tissue situation going on with his original surgery called a cyclops situation with his scarring situation, so they had to go remove that. But as the season's gone, he's looking great. He's a nice tall frame, about 6'5". His brother plays at Furman, so a lacrosse family. If you're recognizing that name, Garrett Anderson. Caleb Anderson is his older brother. His dad is J.R. Anderson, who played tennis at Virginia, and his grandfather played football at Virginia and for the Washington Redskins. So another goal for the Braves. That's 15-1 as the Braves bring this game up even farther. And we're going to see a new face-off guy for the Braves. We're going to see Sean Bell bring you some action. Sean Bell is a freshman. Did fabulous in the season when early in the season when Patrick was still rehabbing from his initial surgery. You got Cooper Leschek, senior, over here on this near side. You got Graham Weiler with the long stick on the far side, and that's going to be a face-off win for Sean Bell. As Cooper Leschek brings it up, passes it. That's going to be an errant pass. Let's see if Nick Adair can save it for the Braves. He does, so it will not be a turnover. But again, it's a little bit of sloppy play. You like to see, even when you've got your freshmen and sophomores and not necessarily your starting lineup, you like to see them take care of that ball and play good, clean lacrosse. Nick Adair with the wraparound goal. It's a shot that'll be backed up by Gutman. Gutman will start this with 3:38 left. Will Adair looking to dodge. He's quickly triple teamed. Dumps it out to number 4 for the Braves, who is Luke Folke, another freshman. So you got Folke, Adair, Gutman, and then number 29 for the Braves is Hayden Wentz, another freshman. Adair loses control of it, comes back over the defensive side, picked up quickly by Will Kleekamp. So, folks, the Braves have had the senior class has had an incredible season and career. And that's a turnover on the Braves, picked up by the goalie, gets it out to his long pole. Let's see if these Braves ride him hard. Up to the middle, bobbled by Talawanda, picked up by Cooper, who gets it down to his attackman, who's picked up by Kleekamp. It's a knockdown by Young. This ball's going to go out of bounds. Should be awarded to the Braves. So that'll be a cause turnover for Young as the defense holds themselves perfect in this quarter. Willadare quickly comes up the field, dumps it. Shot off the mark, over top, bounces over the cage, but backed up by Gutman. So you got Gutman, Adair. Looks like Hayden Wentz is out there again. Will Adair. So two Adair boys. An errant pass picked up by Talawanda. He's still on the ground, though. Got to love Nick Adair getting in there and getting dirty with those long poles. It's going to be a hold call on Talawanda. That's a holding call against Talawanda. They did not like Nick Adair riding them. Great hustle by Nick Adair to retain this offensive possession off the turnover. Started with Will Adair down to Gutman, who gets harassed and throws kind of a wild pass, but it's picked up by Will Adair. You got Wentz, who sets a pick for Adair. Adair drives and takes this to a 17-1 game. Folks, just got a update for you. Jeff Damadeo is not going to be able to make it tonight. It seems that he took a little hard action in the soccer game. If you're listening, Jeff, we'll be thinking about you. Tell your son, way to go. Way to beat up on Dad. All right, folks, we're going back to the X with Sean Bell. I'm Rob Young in the booth by myself tonight. I will try to make this as entertaining as possible. You got Bell at the X taking the face-off. You got Borden, the face-off king so far today, playing out in the wing. And Borden has incredible technique when he's playing out in that wing. He boxes out like he's playing basketball and does a great job of making sure that the opposing team's wingman can't get into the game. Well, folks, the rain has started, so if you didn't bring your umbrellas, run home and watch it on TV. No, don't run home. The Braves need your support here in the stands. It is a 16-1 game with less than 30 seconds left in the quarter. Adair's trying to get his hat trick. Dumps it. Shot way, as a famous announcer from Cleveland would have said, just a bit outside. So our nice evening, we knew that rain was in the area. We knew it was going to come. There's a nice rain coming down. This actually makes it a little fun. Makes it a little slippery out there. Shot, goal by Nick Adair. Great assist by his brother. Great way to end this half. It's a 17-1 game. There's 4.8 seconds left. Let's see that great assist from Will Adair to Nick Adair for the goal. We could call this the double dare goals. So that's what we're going to call it when Will Adair and Nick Adair are out on the field, and it's an assist from one to the other. We'll call that the double dare shot. Great job, boys. Keep up the great work. We got Sean Bell at the X going for another face-off win. You've got on this side number 6. And the quarter's over, so no one wins that face-off, even though Talawanda picked up the ground ball after the buzzer. The Braves go into halftime 17-1. We're going to take a short intermission here, folks. Get your favorite beverage. Let the dogs out. Get back here in about 10 minutes, and we'll be bringing you the second half action here at famous Tomahawk Stadium. And the rain started, and the vehicles, the big earth movers, decided they needed to move some more dirt. I'm Rob Young, bringing you tonight's action on IHTN Sports Network. We'll see you in 10. I am back. Welcome back, folks. I'm Rob Young here at rainy, famous, historic Tomahawk Stadium. Out on the field for the Braves. We'll start at defense. You're going to have the same defenders out there that we had earlier. You got Young, Devine, Kleekamp at close. You got Cooper Weiler playing at the wing on this side as a long stick midi. You got Sean Bell at the X trying to get another win here. And Borden picks up that ground ball to help his fellow face-off man. Got to get it to move that ball. Let's keep it hot. Nick Adair's out there. You got Cooper Weiler. To Adair, who gets it down to X. To Gutman. To West. So the Braves are up 17-1. After the first score, you'll see this clock continually run. We are up by 12. Ohio high school athletic rules have a mercy rule. Now, if you're up by 12 in the third quarter or later, it goes to a running clock. Will Adair with that pink head is back out on the field. Again, you got number 29, which is Hayden Wentz. Number 4 for the Braves is Luke Folke. Number 31 is Caden So Folke to Adair. Got the two Adair brothers. Let's see if they can get a double dare score here again. And in lacrosse, that is technically 2 scores. It's an assist and a goal, which equals points in lacrosse. And in lacrosse, you look at how many points a team has. It tells you a lot about the offensive efficiency. When you see, a team with 100 goals and only 120 points, it says that they do a lot of one-on-one play. The Braves average about 60% goals off of assists. You got Adair feeding it, and we're going to go man up here. So it'll be interesting to see, do the Braves bring out their traditional man-up unit, or do they leave these guys in to play man-up? Looks like they're going to leave the young fellas out, as the Braves are up 17-1 with 9:30. The great thing is, with this rain, this game will go very fast. Off of a running clock. This will start down in the far corner, folks, on the screen. And we are playing with a man-up advantage, which means Talawanda has a man in the box. Braves are doing a great job of moving it. Back out to great ball movement by these young Braves. That is what we call great lacrosse. Great job, young men. This is what we like to see in lacrosse. We like to see that ball move around the horn, go back and forth. You get that defense moving quickly, and it always causes an open man to be able to shoot and score on the goalie. Let's see if we can get a replay of that. Well, trust me, folks, it was a great replay. Bell with the win again. He's quickly harassed by a long pull and a shorty. Gets the touch. We're out of the frame here, folks. That was Cooper Weiler, who had an errant pass. Ball quickly coming up the field by Talawanda with their long pull with a great ride. I love the tenacity that these young players play with. They love to ride. They love to harass the defensive players. Bell with the ground ball. Errant pass by Talawanda. That'll be a turnover. Bell brings it up the field. Let's get the offense reset again. Gutman's being harassed back there as he tries to retain the ball while the Braves bring in their offensive set, got their defensive players off. Cooper Weiler, Bell, those two are considered defensive players. Their primarily specialty is the face-off. Playing wing with a long stick is Weiler. Bell is the face-off specialist. And the Braves are moving this ball around. Nice cross pass from Wentz to Dare. Dare to Folke up top here. Braves are just playing a little catch. Talawanda is going to have to press out. There is 6:45 left here in this quarter, folks. The Braves are up 18-1. Nick Adair to Gutman. Folks, this is the future of Braves lacrosse. Other than Nick Adair out there right now, everyone on the field is a freshman on this offensive set. So this is the future of Braves. Nick Adair drops that, gets that ball knocked away from him. See if they can ride this and get the turnover back. You got Will Adair that says, you know what, you are not going past me without a fight.
That was 11, Nate Emberhart, ground ball for Talawanda.
And they cause the turnover. Devine coming up the field, gets it to Dare, back to Devine, off the goalie, saved foot. Devine needs to get back on defense. Braves are going to be playing an unsettled play here. Young comes out and gets his stick on the guy who shoots past and scores. Well, that's 2 goals given up in 2 games by the Braves. Again, in cage, we've got our starting goalie. Young's going to come off the field. That'll be his night as they bring in some even younger guys. Bringing Kleekamp off. Those guys' nights are over, barring some unusual circumstance. So the senior leader out there on defense right now at close is Devine. You've got number 18 for the Braves. Bell with another face-off win is Carson Devine. So you got the Devine brothers, the Adair brothers both out on the field. We got 2 brother duos, both freshman-sophomore. Carson is the freshman long stick, number 18. And then on this closer side, you've got number 47, PJ McCongle. My eyes are hurting me tonight, folks. I need windshield wipers. Out to Adair. Adair down to Adair. Adair to Adair. Adair. I dare you. I dare you to pass it again. Will Adair with the ball up top. The Braves are showing great patience. Going to step up the pace down to Gutman. So it's Gutman from Adair. Gutman passes to Wentz, who takes a shot. Goalie makes the save. You got Adair riding the defender. You got Gutman, who rides the goalie, who turns the ball over. It'll be the Braves' ball on the offensive side. You know, I like it when these young guys are passing the ball around. They're trying to take some great shots. That was a great set of lacrosse by this young Braves team. And as you can see, folks, hey, if you're trying to save water and you need a shower, come down to Tomahawk Stadium. This is going to be Wentz gets stripped of his stick, but Folke's there to help him out, picks the ball up, gets it to Will Adair, who's going one-on-one with the Medi. He comes down to goal line extended. Again, that's the line that goes in front of the goal from side to side. We call it GLE, or goal line extended. And the Braves are just going to be patient. We're going to let this clock go down. Again, we're at a running clock. It's 18-2. We have no starters out on the field at all, other than our goalie, who is senior Henry Mayhew, who will be playing in Cage next year for the Big Red of Denison. Over on the sideline, I don't know if you can see him, in the white T-shirt at the very end of the bench at the left-hand side of your screen is, we'll get a shot of him, but he's in a white shirt, black shorts. That is last year's senior goalie. Mr. McClay is in the house from Mount Union College, where he is the goalkeeper for Mount Union College. Though I think technically Mount Union College changed their name to Mount Union University a couple years ago. My dad's an alumni of Mount Union, and my mother is. So a great university up there in Alliance, Ohio, on the north side of the state. It's always great when we get some alumni back in town who are playing at the next level to kind of boost these kids up and tell them, hey, there is life after high school lacrosse if you want to play. Great pass. Well, that was a little bit of a patty cake shot by Gutman. You're never going to get the ball past a varsity goalie that way. Got to put a little oomph behind it next time, Mr. Gutman. And you got Talawanda coming on the offensive set. So the Braves defense are going to set up here to try to keep this score at 18-2, ending the third quarter as we're in a running clock. Talawanda sets a screen, but PJ does a great job of reading it and coming around it. Again, you've got Carson Devine with a long pull there up against number 5, who's got a knee brace. And then you got Ken Devine, who's trying to take the ball and keep number 13 without it. Number 13 has scored both goals for the Braves, for the Talawanda Braves, that is, tonight. Great defense, ground ball. This ball's Kenny Devine has got this ball out in front of him. Can he get it? He gets knocked down to the ground. He pushes it out front, but now you've got Talawanda picks the ground ball up, and Talawanda steps out of bounds. It'll be Braves ball. So let's get a quick shot of the bench for the Braves, if you will. Let's get a shot of Brooke McClay here during the end of the quarter. No, that's Brooke McClay with the white shirt on that says 513. He's walking with his back to us. There he is. He turns around, the 513. That is Brooke McClay. 2018 Indian Hill graduate here to pump up his former teammates, the Braves. He just hits Mayhew upside the head. Says, it's okay, don't worry about those two. You're winning 18-2. Great night of lacrosse. Little rainy now. If you take a look at the lights, folks, as they pan past them during the game, you'll see the rain's a pretty good steady rain. No wind. It's a little muggy. Again, I'm Rob Young. I'm in the booth by myself because the famous lacrosse player from Long Island, the Demon Jeff Domadeo, got beat up by his son today in a soccer game. What's that about? Hey, if you see Jeff out in the hall, if you see Principal Domadeo out in the hallway tomorrow, ask him, hey, what happened? You lost a soccer game to your 7-year-old son. Great job by the young Domadeo beating up on his dad. Gotta love it. I'm sure we'll see that young man with a stick in his hand before long. Try to convince Jeff to bring that young man to Indian Hill. So facing off for the Braves right now is I think we even have a new face-off guy. I think it's number 21. I can't see the jersey number completely. I'm going to take a guess that it's number 21. Cole Wybrick is out on the field. Senior Cole Wybrick taking a face-off for us tonight. Cole's been nursing a ankle injury that he sustained earlier. He's been doing great, just resting it on a night like tonight. It's good to get out, get a couple runs in. Actually, it wasn't. It was number 23. No, it was Cole Wybrick taking the face-off. With the rain and the white jerseys and the darkness and these old eyes, it's a little hard to see those numbers from this far away sometimes to make them all out without them being squared to me. So you got Duke Weiler, Graham Weiler with a takeaway. He's going to bring this ball up. Braves have got numbers. Weiler fakes the pass. He shoots. Misses. He'll be backed up by Gutman. These long poles, boys and girls, want to score. They're defensive men. When they get an opportunity to bring it down in the offensive side, they are going to take a shot if they get a chance. We want to see one of them score here tonight if possible. So you got a couple guys out here. You got Adair. Adair dumps it down to West. Gets it out to Folke. Vetterini is out there. Gutman. Adair. Braves are just killing clock. This is a running clock. We got about 10 minutes. Gutman gets past his guy. Brings it around. It looks like McKay saying you are not allowed to shoot. Until he gives the green light, he wants them moving this ball as much as possible. Adair dumps it in. So, Nick Adair, I think that's his hat trick for the night. It's 19-2 with 9:42 left here. By the time the face-off happens, it'll probably be about 9:35, maybe 9:25, or even less. So, folks, I'm Rob Young bringing you this live action on IHTN Sports Network on the YouTube channel IHTN1. In booth with me tonight was supposed to be the famous Demon Jeff Damadeo from Long Island, better known as Mr. Damadeo, the principal of Indian Hill High School. Great addition to Indian Hill. We're glad to have him here as our principal. And he's been a great addition over the last couple years to the Indian Hill staff. Big shout out to Mark Miles, our superintendent, who is moving on to a bigger school district in St. Louis. Sean Bell wins the clamp but is tripped up, and Talawanda technically will get the face-off win. So the Braves are on defense. You got Cooper Weiler out there, number 12. Carson Devine, number 18. P.J. McCullen, number 47. Cooper Weiler. And out in cage, you've got number 20. I believe that's Josh Austin, but let's double check, make sure I've got my names and numbers right. That's Josh Austin in cage now. Talawanda bringing in substitutions. Number 13 has both goals for the Talawanda Braves as he comes in to dodge. Defense is playing stellar. These young men have done a great job. Duke Weiler forces the guy to take a bad shot, saved by Josh Austin. Cleared out to number 6, who is Andrew Schwanekamp, a junior who doesn't see a lot of action. Getting some action tonight. So Wentz with the ball on the far side there, gets it to Adair number 1, who gets it down to Adair number 3. Actually, it's the other way around. Will Adair is the younger of the two. He's Adair number 2. His older brother would be Adair number 1. Number 10 is number 50 is actually Adair number 3, and number 3 Adair, jersey number wise, is Adair number 2. So let's see if we can get the Adair brothers another double dare score. Adair to Adair, and there's a triple dare. Braves doing a great job. Again, they're just burning this clock up. Talawanda is not pressing out. So there's no reason for the Braves to get aggressive offensively. It's all about possession, taking care of the ball. And the Talawanda coach just told them to press out. So we should see a little more physical action. You got Folke to Adair. To Gutman. To Vetterini. To Will Adair, who's just going to stand up here. I mean, let's see a little lacrosse action here, boys. 6 minutes left here in the game, folks. The Braves are up 19-2. So the Braves scored 19-0 in the first game. It's 19-2 in this second game. You got to think the Braves want to get 20 tonight. Let's hope they go for 20, because watching this is like watching paint dry on a rainy day. Gutman with the ball at X. He's going to dodge past his defender. Gets it out here to Nick Adair. Nick Adair coming past Folke. Gets the long pole. Brings it back out. Dumps it to his brother, Will. Will brings it back down to X to Gutman. Gutman looking to get this ball moving a little quicker. You can see the Braves are picking up their tempo a little as Betterini gets the ball. Betterini's getting harassed. That ball's down. That's going to be a turnover, and a caused turnover by Talawanda as they get this ball up in the field. They turn it over, and it's the young divine Carson. My nickname for Carson's going to be the chairman, like in Sinatra. He's got steel blue eyes, just like the chairman. So, Mr. Divine, if you're listening to this after the game, which I think all the boys go and watch it, your nickname for the next 3.5 years is going to be the chairman. Wentz down to Adair. Adair out to Folke. Folke down to Gutman. Gutman's going to try to get past his defender. He quickly gets around, dumps it to Betterini. Betterini to Adair. Adair comes in, dumps it to Adair. Oh, we could have had the double dare score. They chose not to do it. You know, Coach McKay doesn't like running scores up, even when he's got his freshmen out there. You know, some coaches would say, we got to let our boys play regardless. I can't help it if my freshmen can score on your varsity players. I appreciate Coach McKay. I'd like to see him get to 20. I'd like to see a little action. It makes it a little easier on me, folks. As you can tell, I'm trying to make stuff up. Mr. Gutman with the ball around to Will Adair, to Wentz. Wentz drops the ball. This is going to be a turnover as Talawanda picks it up. I'm not sure what the whistle was. I guess they called. Well, I don't know why they blew that whistle, folks. That whistle should not have been blown. They took a fast break opportunity away from Talawanda. Talawanda is going to take it anyways, and that's going to be a score by number 19. No defender on him. That's just miscommunication by this young defense. But, hey, we'll take it. It's a 19-3 game. So Talawanda saw the hole. They took it, took the shot, and they score. As we actually have had a goalie substitution while we were on offense. Number 27's in for the Braves. That's Robert Brunner, sophomore. Sean Bell going to take the face off again. You've got on this near side number 6 for the Braves, who is Andrew Swanekamp. And on the far side, you got number 29, who is Wentz, Hayden Wentz, whose sister graduates this year and will be continuing her lacrosse career at Colorado College next year. So lots of Indian Hill Braves from the 2019 class are going on to play. On the girls' side, you got Wentz. And Rabinol is going to MIT. On the boys' side, you got Ferris going to D2 Barton. You've got Fruland going to D2 Powerhouse Tampa. You've got a couple other guys. You've got Wybrick is going to Otterbein. You've got our varsity keeper, senior Henry Mayhew, going to the Big Red of Denison. And if I've missed anybody, I'll apologize at the next game. But lots of Braves continuing their academic adventures in college while keeping their lacrosse careers going. Well done by these young Braves that are out on the field to wrap this game up. We're down to 45 seconds, folks. The Braves are going to take this win home at 19-3. The defense was hoping to probably shut this team out. They didn't. That's okay. Offense had some turnovers, got some things to work on before Monday's game. We will be playing here at Tomahawk Stadium. Hopefully we'll be bringing that game live on the IHTN1 network. I'm Rob Young, bringing you live action here at historic Tomahawk Stadium on this rainy May night. Folks, it's hard to believe. It's the middle of May. The seniors are done. Seniors are done with classes. They've got senior projects next week. You got exams starting next Friday, and then we got the Memorial Day weekend. So the Braves win this 19-3 in stupendous fashion. Got a lot of young players playing time. Good game by the Braves. Some stuff to work on in practice tomorrow and Saturday. The Braves will take Sunday off. They'll be here live on IHTN1 Sports Network against the winner of Turpin Summit. And I'll make my prediction that'll be Turpin. I don't have a score there yet, but Turpin will most likely be who we take on. Hey, thanks to Mr. Dupps, our executive producer, Steve Overberg, our producer and director, Nor Azerbergel, Owen Norwell, and I know I just botched that name really bad, Michael Overberg, Charlie Wilson, Nor Azer. It's going too fast. I can't read it, guys. And I'm Rob Young, and the demon, Jeff Domadeo, was beat up by his son at a soccer game today, and he didn't show. Hey, big shout-out to the Braves. Folks, let's be brave. Let's be proud. Stay faithful.
Exclusive coverage of tonight's game on the Indian Hill Television Network has been a copyrighted presentation of the Indian Hill High School Video Department.